going on, Jerome's? Your Minnesota Fighting Vikings and the Tennessee Titans are getting it on at TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill the next 2 days. Well, today and tomorrow, ahead of their Saturday evening preseason game at historic U.S. Bank Stadium. And we have a couple of updates of what's been going on. First joint practice is in the books. First up, Brian Flores and that defense brought the heat, and that's something that we were really excited to see. Flores and the defense were... It's sort of been under wraps, and they look good against Seattle at times, and practicing every single day against the offense, it's one thing, but practicing it against another team and getting some meaningful reps, yes, preseason, but Flores brought it, man. The Vikings defense, the ones and the twos, were getting consistent pressure. They were getting sacks. They were bringing exotic and erotic looks. They had a couple corner blitzes in there as well. Danielle Hunter, Marcus Davenport doing some work, so it's something that you love to see. It brings a tear to your eye. And it could be, hey, maybe the Vikings offensive line isn't that booty. Maybe they just have to go up against a defense that brings relentless pressure every single day. Or maybe it's both. Don't really know. Speaking of the defense, so Derrick Henry held in check. Now, it's a full pad contact practice, but generally you're not tackling running backs down to the ground. But what was good to see is that the Vikings running game last year, run defense last year was kind of booty, but seeing the defensive line engage, seeing better run fills and run fits, Ivan Pace Jr., the legend continues, him getting a couple good reps on Derrick Henry. It's good to see, man. It is, and it comes down to, like, run defense, it's more than just, hey, just go and stop that guy. It comes down to discipline. It comes down to winning your one-on-ones. It comes down to team play, and the Vikings front seven, they're doing that this year. Also, they smothered the Titans in 2-minute drills, both Tennessee's first and second teams. So Ryan Tannehill, as well as Will Levis, not Will Levis, Malik Willis. What you talk about? So they shut down the 4 Tennessee Titans 2-minute drills. Titans did miss a field goal on one of them, so overall looked pretty damn good. So, defense, high marks, aces, feeling pretty damn good about Brian Flores and company. Offensively, tier offensive line struggled against Jeffrey Simmons, which was expected. And, can we just sign Dalton Risner now? Like, whether he starts or not is really immaterial. And I don't care if he's holding out for, I want a starting job. You're not going to be handed a starting job, but at minimum, he will be high-end veteran interior depth, can frankly play all 5 spots, and just get him in this damn building right now, because he would certainly be an upgrade versus what they're rolling out right now. And, nailed it. There we go. Unfortunately, Jackie Chen is still on this list. But adding Dalton Risner to this mix just makes sense. Get the damn thing done. Whatever it costs, just... And yeah, respect. Jeffrey Simmons is one of the better defensive interiors in the game, but it's like Kwesi forgot what Dexter Lawrence and company did in the wild card game against Bradbury and Ezra. It's just ridiculous, man. Rookie Mekhi Blackman is looking really damn good. Had some feisty reps against DeAndre Hopkins and Treylon Burks before he got hurt, which we'll get to. But Blackman, a lot of people poo-pooed the Blackman draft pick in the 3rd round coming out of USC, except I really liked his game. And as a quasi-USC fan, watched a lot of Blackman, watched a lot of Addison, and He's sticky. He's aggressive. He, sometimes a little bit over aggressive, but we've talked about I'd rather have our corners be too aggressive and have to dial back versus having to ramp it up. And I think that he is making a very strong case to be that 3rd cornerback alongside Caleb Evans and Byron Murphy Jr. As of right now. Number 6. Powell and Rager getting some run with the ones. So Jordan Addison was out. He's listed with minor concussion symptoms, Kevin O'Connell said after practice. But Jefferson and Osborne obviously getting that work. But Powell and Rager being mixed in there as well. I think it's a good sign for them. And Brandon Powell, respect. He's come in and he's really taken the bull by the horns, and he's looked good in whatever reps that he's been getting. And he's not that gadgety Tavon Austin type player, but he's a solid, undersized 5'8" receiver, very competent as a punt and kick returner as well, so he adds value. And Jalen Rager, respect. Rager played great in the preseason game. He's shown out well at camp so far. He did well today, so I think that he's really progressing. And logistically and logically, is it JJ, Addison, KJ, Rager, and Powell as your first 5 to make the 53? certainly possible. Next up, number 7, Theo Jackson had himself a day. So I love me some Theo Jackson, and he's a safety the Vikings picked up last offseason, and he's done really well, and he played some good special teams last season. He played great in the Seahawks game, combination of special teams, and also tied for the team lead in tackles that game. And he's been flying around making plays. And there was a very heavy special teams emphasis in the middle of today's practice. And Theo Jackson, who, by the way, his original team was the Tennessee Titans, the pride of University of Tennessee, and he showed his former team that gave up on him the what for and why is. So I love me some Theo Jackson. And frankly, I think it may come down to, I think the Vikings will keep 5 safeties because Flores showed the 3 safety look quite a bit today. And I think it could come down to one roster spot between Theo Jackson and Jay Ward. Jay Ward, carry on my Jay Ward son on the practice squad, and Theo Jackson on the 53. I think Theo's been that damn good. Next up, number 8, offensive interceptions and hurry up. So it was 2-minute drills back and forth. Kirk Cousins was picked off by Roger McCreary, the pride of Auburn, the Tennessee Titans cornerback. And then also Nick Mullins had a tip interception. So overall, sort of an up and down day for the offense, but it could part and parcel of that is that it is extremely windy at TCO, so that certainly impacted the passing game, but also impacted Ryan Wright's foot up in that ass of that football. He booted a 90-yard punt, wind aided, of course, but still, Ryan Wright, Boomer, is frankly one of the best young punters in the league, and he's not just a strong leg, which he is, but he's accurate in terms of letting his gunners get down there and make a play. Like, he had 1 touchback last year, which is really extraordinary for a young punter. Unfortunately, Titans wide receiver Treylon Burks, the pride of Arkansas, was carted off. No update on that as of yet, but hoping the best for Treylon, because super talented guy, and you never want to see injuries like that out there. Injury updates for the Vikings. So no Asamoah is dealing with a minor injury, missed the preseason game, and his absence is the reason why that Ivan Pace Jr. is getting a lot of first-team reps. Although I think skill set-wise, I think Pace and Hicks line up a little bit more. I mean, Pace and Asamoah should be that duo going forward. Kincaid out again. Starting to get concerning. Also, could be one of the reasons why the Vikings are trying out so many veteran running backs. Addison had that minor concussion symptoms like we outlined. Then Jalen Naylor is still missing, which is just unfortunate. Hawkinson was in full kit, not a full participant. And Brian O'Neill was out there a little bit as well today. So, I mean, overall, good day for the defense. Whatever day for the offense. Special teams, it was looking good in the hood. But other than that, Brian Flores, star again, man. There you go. But that's it. That's a couple takeaways from Vikings-Titans first joint practice. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But next time, Skull Production Value.